Hi everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. Just here to pop down our card for the day for us for today. And we're using the Faulkner black and white deck as normal. I'm just going to give you a bit of a shuffle and see what we've got for us, what the cards have for us today. Okay. So just doing a little shuffle up, and then we're going to draw a card. Okay, so the Five of Pentacles is quite a tough card actually, because it's not the best energy for us to be sitting in. However, it's interesting because I was reading something today about Blue Monday. Apparently today is one of the most depressing days of the year. I think a lot of that is because we're sort of halfway through January. January's a bit grey. Well, you can see, this is the view from my window at the moment. You can see how grey that is out there. It's not the best. So we're kind of we don't have a lot of that kind of brightness that kind of lifts our energy. It's difficult. It leaves us feeling a bit tired, a bit like we've got less energy. We feel like we've got less around us. It's like I was saying last week with the Two of Pentacles, you know, we might have overindulged, overspent, all that stuff that kind of sits with us in January and sort of, I don't know, it's like it kind of can bite your bum a little bit if you're not careful. So Five of Pentacles talks about that. It talks about not quite having enough. Again, it's about lack. It's an energy that you might be feeling today. A lot of people seem to feel that way on this particular day of the year. There's a lot of stuff about Blue Monday around. But all I would say to you is if you choose to focus on it being Blue Monday, guess what? It will be Blue Monday. So it's a difficult card, so I'm not going to dwell on it too much because I'm sure if you really want to go in that energy, you can without my help. So I'm going to kind of leave that exactly where it is and just say that the Five of Pentacles is one of those karmic cards. All the fives are. So what it says underneath the energy of this feeling like you've got lack going on, what it says is what you put in is what you get out. So if you want to focus on all of the lack around you and you kind of want to get obsessed by that, you can. Of course you can. But you can choose not to, you know, you can choose to focus on something that's a little bit more positive. You can choose to focus on, you know, good things that you have around you. You know, the good thing about rainy, drizzly days like this, where it's all sort of quite dark and cloudy, is if you don't have to go out in it, you don't need to. And you can kind of stay indoors, you can snuggle, you can kind of, you know, get a blanket, eat nice food, you know, just kind of nurture yourself, drink hot chocolates, that sort of thing. You know, watch a movie, pick yourself out a really good movie to watch, and just kind of almost like snuggle up, really. Have a really lovely hot bath, light some candles, you know, use the energy of the day to your advantage. So if it's not very nice out, go in, stay in. It's a difficult, I'm not going to lie to you, it's Five of Pentacles, it's a difficult card, but it does say if you focus on that, you just create more of it. So my guidance is really not to, and to just focus on the more positive things around you and make something positive for yourself. You know, sort of whatever that is, doesn't matter what it is, just do what it is that makes you feel better. So I'm going to put down an oracle card. This is from the Messenger Oracle. These are lovely. These kind of got lots of different cards and things, lots of animal references. It's the Messenger Oracle. Let me just show you the box. There you go. It's by a lady called Raveen Phelan. I've had it for a while and I haven't used it a great deal. I've used it more in private readings than on here. So I thought I would bring it out and have a little have a little go with it on here and see what we get. So, our messenger oracle, it's interesting, is Trust in Magic. Now, when you first look at that card, it kind of, you know, it's a dark card. You know, the card is dark in colour. However, look at the stars are all twinkly. Look at the ravens. They have this glow around them. So it's really interesting that this card's come up with that Five of Pentacles, because it's a card that needs you to look deeper into it to see the bright sparkly bits. You know, the thing that hits you straight away is the blackness of it, the darkness of it. But if you look at it properly, there's this glow about it. There's twinkly stars. There's all those lovely, beautiful energies in that card that are sort of bright and twinkly. So they've got a really lovely, bright energy about them. I'm just going to have a little read in the book and see what it says. It's number 47. And let's just see what it actually says in the book. So I don't very often use books with tarot because I tend to go more intuitive with that. Oracle cards tend to, you can use them intuitively, and I do all the time, but it's quite interesting sometimes to actually read what the book says or what the person that created them says, because it's nice to know what they saw when they created it. And what it says in the book is that magic is mysterious and coincidental. And this is why I don't always use the books, because I don't actually believe in coincidence. This person that wrote it obviously does. I don't. I believe in synchronicity, and if in synchronicity there is meaning. There's no random coincidence in my world. It's all about bringing in and understanding what you're creating. So it goes on to say, it's in the heart of those moments of synchronicity and knowing. It's woven into the awareness that there is more to life than you can see, which is interesting because the first view of that card was like, wow, this is a really black, dark card. But actually, when you look the second time, the third time, you see the glowing, you see all of that energy. Okay, so it's all about this is all around us. It's there even when we don't notice it. It's there even when we're looking outside our window and we have that which is, it actually is quite interesting because it's very dark, then light, then bit of unlight, then a little bit more dark, then a little bit more light. So it's all very interesting out there, with the clouds as well, and the sky and the rain and all of the stuff that we've got going on outside. It's interesting because this card that I've just drawn is that darkness, but also the light of around the birds you can see, and the stars and all of that sparkly stuff. This is a reading that is for everybody. Thank you for joining me and asking the question. It's a reading for everybody, so it covers the general energy of the day. It's not about one specific person. It's not tuning into my energy particularly or anybody else's. It's just a general energy for the day. So these are just daily guidance really for everyone. So all I would say to you is the Five of Pentacles is the initial feeling, the initial energy of the day. And that can be a little bit yuck, a little bit like there's not enough. And then we've got this believe in the magic, trust in the magic card that comes in on top of that and says, despite the way you look at the day to start with, there is magic underneath it. So even if you feel a little bit lacking, go that little bit deeper and look for the magic around you, because it will be there. I'm going to leave that where it is today, sort of rambled on for long enough. I'll leave that with you, and I'll be back again tomorrow to do another card for the day. Thank you very much for tuning in. Bye for now.